After visiting Zastava, I felt the need to grow my collection a bit. The CZ999 was interesting to me as I don't typically shoot all metal guns and didn't own any double action, single action handguns. Although they let us visit and we had a great time, I purchased this handgun from AIM Surplus without sponsorship. As always, no sugar added and no extra torture. At less than $300, it's hard to say no to something that emulates a SIG and maybe even has a few edges on it. As you can see in their testing, Zastava takes their guns seriously. If I only had one word to describe the spirit of their company, it would have to be utility.
One of the things that attracted me to this gun is that it is a single action double action with the decocker. I've never owned a gun like that, never carried a gun like that. Honestly, I hadn't even fired one before. However, with a single action double action that has a decocker, you can load it, chamber around, decock it, and now you're safe with this super long, heavy, very deliberate trigger pull. This gun isn't going to go off unless you're absolutely ready. Pretty sure you could hang the gun and then something else on this trigger without risking an accident, a negligent discharge. I'm not advocating that, just saying it's probably capable. On single action, you've got a loose take-up, you hit a wall, and a clean break. It's actually really nice. The action resets it. The reset has a very definitive click. You don't feel it so much as you hear it, but even with hearing protection on, you can hear it. You still have that bit of play to the wall, and then it fires again. So mastering this trigger will become an issue of knowing finger position, how far back before it's ready, or much like the AK trigger discipline, I'm just learning to squeeze through it, not pull to it and break like you would on a 1911. You may be wondering why it's called CZ and thinking that Zastava, with, let's face it, not the hugest reputation in the States, is copying the Czech maker. And this gun looks like a SIG. Oh, they're stealing everything. No, CZ actually stands for Crna Zastava, which is red flag. Zastava actually means flag. It's part of their history. The company's been around for over 160 years. This does still look and function a whole lot like a SIG. If you're comfortable with SIGs or you like them, this is an option under $300, which is just outstanding. Cover some of the features of the gun, aside from it being completely ambidextrous. It has a firing pin block that keeps the firing pin from moving without the trigger being pulled. There's also a block for the hammer that prevents the hammer from striking the firing pin in case your thumb slips off if you were doing a manual cock. Also has a little pin up top here that pops up that is visible and tactile to show you when you've got a loaded chamber. Sights are thick steel. It's quite high quality. For as simple as it seems, this is really a pretty tough gun. The serrations here on the back of the slide are sharp. Hear my fingers across that. There would not be any slipping off of this. Not only are they decently sharp and deep, but there's a lot of them. A lot more rows. To give you some of the numbers on the gun, you're looking at just over 2 pounds with an empty magazine in it. Barrel length of 4 1/4 inches. Overall length of 7.8 inches. A height of 5.5. Thickness, the covers, is a little over 1 1/3 inches. Up at the levers, you hit 1 2/3 inches. And the magazine capacity is 15 rounds in a free state, 10 rounds in a restricted state. The grip is massive. I have pretty large hands, and it swallows it, and this is a compact model. For comparison's sake, this is holding the CZ. That's holding a Glock 19. I swallow a Glock 19.
Okay. Unfortunately not in the US market at this time is their Lux and exclusive line. I'm not one for pretty guns, but I think these are handsome in a way that doesn't mask the utility of the firearm.